It's a nice day. Oh, sorry guys, hi, I didn't see you there. Isn't it such a nice day today? I cannot believe it's already spring. Are you excited, Bart? Oh, you might, I'm so excited. Do you want to show them the things you brought? Yeah, he brought some books for you guys to see. Oh, yes, I brought some really good books. Okay, let's see. Finley's Flowers. It's called Room to Bloom. That's cool. It shows how she grows different flowers and plants in her garden and how she has to learn how to do different things for the science fair. Super cool book. Good choice, Bart. I brought one that I thought you guys would like. I brought Too Many Carrots. It's a really cool one. It's about a little rabbit. If you can see on there's a little rabbit and he loves carrots, but he doesn't have enough room for them. And so he goes to his friends to try to help them, and they all try to help him, but it doesn't end up very well. And he finds out that friendship can help a lot of things. That's a cool book. You guys can go check these out if you like it. Did you bring one over book, Bart? Oh, yes. Oh, okay, I got it. A Green Garden. It's a Little Critters book. Little Critters books are so much fun. They're great. It talks about how the Little Critters family are planting vegetables in their garden. Do you guys have a garden and plant vegetables? Do you have a garden? No. Ship garden? That doesn't make sense. That's true. That doesn't make sense at all. But Little Critters, one thing they talk about in this book is how they water and how they get these plants ready for when they're gonna bloom and they can get food from it. Isn't that so cool? That's so much fun. Actually, do you guys want to help us with your Curbside Creators Kits? You're going to do a craft later, but do you guys want to help me garden right now? You want to help, Bart? Yeah, I want to help. Okay, come on, guys. Just like planting flowers, I love fairy gardens. And so these are some of the fairy gardens I have in my house. Here's another one of our fairy gardens. Look, we even have a fairy at this one. And at night, you can't see right now, but at night, these glow. There's lights all around the flowers, and it sparkles at night. It's craft time! So today's craft is a garden craft. It is a grass caterpillar. It's super cool. What you're gonna need for this craft is some pipe cleaners. You're gonna need 2. You can always get more and do some more stuff if you'd like. You're gonna need some tiny elastics. They can be colorful just to make it fun. Or you could have clear elastics if you'd like. Then you're gonna need some googly eyes, whether they can be big or if they're small, you just need some type of googly eyes. Then if you have the creator kit, you're going to need to get your bag of grass seed out and your bag of dirt out. And you're also gonna need a nylon knee-high stocking for this one. And then you're gonna need some scissors and some kind of tape or something you can use to stick the googly eyes on. Let's get into it. So what you're first gonna wanna do is you're gonna take your dirt and you're gonna take your grass seed and you're gonna take a plate or you're gonna take a bowl or something like that and you're going to put them on and mix them together. Okay, so now that I got all my seed and dirt mixed up into a nice good pile, what we're gonna do now is put the dirt into the nylon. So if you have a parent or sibling that can help you, they can hold it open while you put dirt in, because you want it nice and tight so that when it's spread apart, that the holes on the nylon are bigger, so when you try to water it, the water will go into the sock and not bounce off of it. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the nylon over top of this cup so that it spreads it open and I can pour it in. Okay, so now that I've got it covered like that, we are going to, because I just spread it around on the bottom, so this is the toe of this nylon right here, we're just gonna put the dirt in. So you can use a cup, or you can scoop it in, or you can just use your hand. Either one works. Once it gets full enough, if you're using a cup, you're gonna have to take it out unless you like cut the bottom out or something, so it just continues going down. But you just wanna continue keeping it tight, whatever you do. So I'm gonna keep filling until you have the length that you like. Until, like, if you want it shorter, you can always do it shorter. If you want it longer, you can always do it longer. It's your caterpillar, you can do what you like. So we're gonna continue filling it with dirt though tightly. Okay, so now that I've made a total complete mess, filling my stocking full of dirt, another suggestion, you probably should do this outside if you're doing it with little kids, because it'll be a lot easier. Luckily, I have my tablecloth on, so it's gonna be easy for me to clean up. But you can do it inside on like a pan if you want, so then the dirt's contained. But, so next thing you do after you got it filled up, you can have it like, if it's like this or if it's longer, either one works, but you're gonna wanna stretch it like I said, because you want it tight, right? You're gonna kind of make it so it kind of starts looking like a worm or a log, because you want it longer now, not thicker, right? So I'm gonna kind of squish it out until your desired like width. Okay, so now that I have it in like kind of a longer shape rather than thicker on the bottom, what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna tie off the end so that none of the dirt can get out, right? Okay, so now that I've got my thing tied off here, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our scissors and we're gonna cut it so that we don't have any excess. Then we kind of have like a little nose looking thing. The next thing you're gonna wanna do is you can decide if you want this to be your front or this to be your front, and then you're gonna split it into different sections for the caterpillar. And again, like I said, just make sure it's tight, and then you can use your small elastics, and whether it's clear or whether it's colorful like mine, and you just group it around like this. So it has different sections, and depending on your elastics is depending on how many sections you want to add. But it's up to you how many you want to add. You can add 4 different sections for your caterpillar, 3, 2. You could just have one big long thing if you want, but we're gonna add the elastics now. Okay, so now that I have mine grouped into nice, tight little thick balls and the different parts of my caterpillar, I'm gonna have this as my front. And what we're gonna do now is we're gonna take one of our pipe cleaners and we're gonna make antennas for a caterpillar. And another suggestion, if you wanted to, you could always add a pom-pom on the end of your caterpillar's antennas, just to kind of add a little bit of flair onto it if you wanted to. But I'm just gonna twirl mine a little bit, see? Just twisting it like that. Twirl this one a little bit, curl it a little bit. There, and then I got my antennas on there. My antennas on my little caterpillar. What we're gonna need to do now is, my caterpillar can't see anything, so we need to add it some eyes. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take some googly eyes and we're gonna add it on. You can add it on straight onto the nylon if you want and stick it straight onto the front. Or if you want, you can take this and you can use half of your pipe cleaner and stick it through and have it so it kind of sticks out a little bit on the caterpillar. What I'm gonna do is I'm actually just gonna cut it and I'm gonna have it stick through so you can see what it looks like. So we're gonna go like this and we're just gonna cut a little bit off like this. And then I'm gonna decide where I want my eyes, and I'm going to cut 2 little holes so I can put my pipe cleaner through. So I'm gonna just take this and I'm gonna stick it through my 2 little holes that I've made. I'm gonna go down this one and out through this one. Clean off the dirt a little bit, and then you're gonna kind of bend it so that you have somewhere to put the eyes. Bend it, and then we're gonna take our eyes plus our tape. We're gonna go a little bit off like this. Stick it onto the side of it like that, so that we can tape it onto our pipe cleaner. Go like that. Tape it onto our pipe cleaner. And we're just gonna leave the excess. We can cut that off in a minute. We're gonna grab another piece. I'm gonna take our googly eye, stick it onto the back of our pipe cleaner and tape it. There. And then we're gonna cut off the excess, and then we have our eyes for our caterpillar. Okay, so now that we've made our caterpillar and we have our eyes and our antennas, all the body is sectioned off, I actually have a name for my caterpillar. I have named it Gertrude, because if you look, the little pipe cleaners kind of look like eyebrows, and it kind of looks a little silly, doesn't it? But now what I need to do with Gertrude, or any of your guys' caterpillars, is we need to put it somewhere so when we water it, it's not gonna kind of get gross on the bottom, right? So you can use a styrofoam plate. I only have a paper plate at the moment. You can use paper plate, it's just after a couple waters, it might kind of get kind of gross on the bottom. You can also just put it on outside on the sidewalk or on the stairs or in like cement, something like that. But for right now, I'm gonna put mine on this paper plate. So I got Gertrude on my paper plate, like that. One thing you're gonna need to remember with your caterpillars, whatever you name them, is that you need to water it every day, so that the grass seed that we mixed in with the dirt, it'll start growing, it'll start looking like the fur on a caterpillar. Super cool, but we need to water it every day. I don't have any water. I'll be right back. Okay, so I got my water in my cup that I used. It's kind of dirty because my hands are kind of dirty right now. It's kind of what happens when you play in the garden, right? So one thing about the caterpillars is that if you look around, I already have mine wet a little bit because I was trying it, and it kind of looks like it's bouncing off a little bit, which, like, remember when I said, if the holes aren't big enough, it might not soak in as well. But it's also the type of dirt you use. Sometimes the dirt, it takes a little bit for it to absorb and soak in. So I think as you water it every single day, it won't be as bad. But like, let's see when I pour it on. Isn't that so funky? Like, it's not wanting to go on, right? But you see the spots that I already put water, it is soaking in, right? So you're gonna need to kind of maybe pat it around, make sure the whole caterpillar gets wet so it soaks in, right? So you'll pat it around. So now look at the bottom of mine, see? Ooh, it's all soaking and it's all dark like that, which is good. You want it dark like that. That means you've watered it, right? So you just need to make sure you get water everywhere so that at least the first time, hopefully after you've done this for the first time, when you try to water it again with days to come, you won't need to do this because the dirt will already be wet, right? So you'll just need to water it just like any other normal plant. So now that we have created Gerda and we have her antennas and we have her eyes and she's all in her sections, we need to water her so that she can grow big and strong, and that the grass that we have mixed in with the dirt, that will start sprouting so that we can see the grass and it'll become her fur. But that's what we're gonna do. Gerda is now all nicely in water because you can tell because she's kind of dark around. And if you see that your caterpillar's looking dark like this, that's great. But now we need to put her in the sun so that she can grow big and strong and she can have all the fur coming from the grass, right? It was so fun playing with you guys and doing this craft together. If you enjoyed this video, go check out our YouTube channel and you can see different videos that we've done there. Or you can go check out last week's video where we literally made a sun catcher out of nature. It's so cool, it's awesome. If you missed it, go watch it, it's awesome. But we gotta go. Hope you guys have a good rest of your day. And we'll see you later. Bye. So I don't have someone to help me at this point, so I'm going to put it over top of a sock. I'm gonna put the nylon over. Okay.
Hello everyone, it's me, Bart the pirate. How you doing? You don't.
So when it's fine, just let it.